Okay, well, hello everyone, and I want to welcome you to A Sister's Trust. I'm excited today because I have Lenita Jane here with us, and she wrote the book, A Journey Back Home. So if you guys haven't read the book yet, you could get it on Amazon. Is that correct, Lenita?
Yes.
Okay, and so I'm just really grateful that she's here today. I've been reading the book. The last pages I was going through was, I think I was stopping on page 18.
18.
And it is when you start reading, it's like, okay, it feels like you kind of like living in the time of the book, and it's like the book is coming alive. And I was just reading a little bit before she got on here about another part. It's like, okay, so we have to talk about that. So Lenita, I'm so glad you got to take time with us with this book, and I'm excited about you. I think I met Lenita probably I want to say a year before the pandemic started, which would be like what 2019 or so.
Yes.
And you told me your story and everything. So why don't you give them a little background of what's going on and what encouraged you to write the book and so on.
Well, I wrote the book because I was stolen. I was stolen from my mom when I was 6 years old.
Okay.
From a camp. So I wrote the book is because I want everyone to, if you lost someone or someone stole your child, to don't give up. Don't give up from searching for your child, because they out there, because I didn't give up. I wouldn't give up for nothing in the world. I said, I'm gonna find my family one day. And I'm gonna keep searching, I'm searching. And then that day I searched, I end up finding my whole family. My mom, my dad, my sisters, and my brother.
Okay.
And I found them like 2 days before I got married.
Well, that's got to be exciting. Because I'm thinking about, as I was reading the book, and think about being, what you say, you were 6 years old when all this happened.
Yes.
So they had to be really scary. And as parts that I've read in the book, just really think about as a child how your mind had to be wondering, when you grow up with having love, and then all of a sudden everything just stopped.
Right.
Everything just stopped, and tell me a little bit about, do you kind of remember how you was feeling, around the time when you wasn't able to get back with your mom and everything?
I was feeling like they didn't love me. My mom didn't want me. And I was thinking that, she gave me away. Why did she give me away to this strange lady? When I had all my sisters and my brother, I have 4 sisters older than me.
Okay.
And I was thinking, well, if she didn't really want me, why should you just give me away to one of them? Let one of them have me instead of giving me away to some stranger that she really didn't know. That was going through my mind. And when the lady took me, and I always wondering, where my mom at? Where's my mom? Why she's not here? Why is I'm here with this lady and my mom is nowhere around?
Yes. Well, I know it had to be hard too, because from what I'm reading is that the lady took you, but then she left you with her mother, right?
Yes, she took me. When she took me, we went back to Fort Myers. She took me to Fort Myers, and then we left Fort Myers and we went to New York. Now, New York is where her mom stayed at.
Okay.
So she took me to New York with her mom and left me on her mother. She did not raise me. Her mom raised me.
That would make it seem kind of strange altogether, taking somebody and then don't really keep you with them. So what did she tell you? Like when she left you with the lady, did she say like, this is your grandmother, or what did she tell you about the lady that she just left you with her?
She told me that was the lady was her mother.
Mhm,
It was her mother, and her mother was gonna take care of me.
mhm, mhm. So do you think when she brought you, being that you was just 5 or 6, do you think that when she took you to her mom's, is there any way the mom thought that maybe she had you and then they just got back together? She finally, got her family back, or did she know that you was taken?
Her mother,
Yes, her mom.
yes, her mom know that. She knows something. She know I was taken because she know her daughter did not have another child.
Okay.
When her daughter already had 2 kids.
Oh, she had?
Uh,
Okay.
yes, she has 2 kids, a boy and a girl.
Okay.
And they were much older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she left me with her mom, her granddaughter, the lady's daughter came down and helped the grandmama take care of me, to raise me up, send me to school.
Okay, so that was the cousin. No, that was okay. So
That was the lady's daughter.
okay.
The
Okay.
lady who stole me, that was her daughter
Mm-hmm.
that helped her grandmama raise me
Okay.
and
Because
took care of me.
okay, because I believe it was a part in the book about somebody helping. So that was her.
That was her. Yeah, that was
Kind
her.
of like now she's supposed to be like your older sister.
Yeah, she's
right?
one of my sisters, but she is my sister because I love her, because she took care of me with her grandmother, and she treated me like I was her little sister.
Mm-hmm.
And now today, every time I go to, she live in Fort Myers, so every time I go to Fort Myers, I always go to her house to see her and see how she's doing, her and her husband.
Okay.
And
Wow.
she always tell me that she is glad that I found my real family.
Mm-hmm. Did she know at the time what was going on?
No, she didn't know. She said, all she know is her mom came home with another daughter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so that's what
And
makes me think about the grandma. You know how like some people have those strange, the relationship be kind of strained, and then they don't see people for a long time that's been out their life, and then you pop up with a kid. I didn't know if it was something like that, that the grandma was easy to take care of you because she maybe thought it was her daughters at the time, because they hadn't had no relationship. But you saying though she did know that that you was taken at the time, even though she took you in.
yeah, she know.
Okay. It's
But
a lot.
they always tell me that my mom gave me away. My mom gave me to her. But
Okay, that's what
I
I'm
don't believe
saying.
that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you got to ask being that you found your mom now, you got to ask her all those questions, right?
Yes, I got a chance to ask my mom question what happened, and and my mom told me everything that happened.
Okay. Because now I want to make sure the lady that raised you plus the one that kidnapped you, did they both already pass away? I can't remember.
Yes,
The grandma.
they both passed away.
Okay. All right. And so how long is, so what, do you remember what year it was? I know you said what, 2 days before you got married. So what year was that when you found your real family?
That was, well, we've been together now 4 years.
Okay.
So that had to be in 18? No, 2018.
2018?
Yes. Yeah, about 2018. Yeah, 2018.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep, 2018, because that's 4 years.
Okay. All right. So
I found them April the 18th.
okay.
And then I got married April the 20th.
Okay. So how did it come about you finding them on the 18th and then get married on the 20th? How did that work? Was you already planning to get married and some kind of way? So how did you end up finding them?
Yes, I had already planned to get married.
Okay.
I found them on ancestry.com.
Okay.
I've been on ancestry.com for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
looking for them. And then all of a sudden, one day I ended up getting a first cousin. And then when that first cousin came out to be my niece, my brother's daughter.
Okay. Okay. And then she was like, your family been looking for you, or you know?
Yeah, I had messaged her on ancestry.com, and I told her who I was and who I was looking for. So so she messaged me back later on that day, and she said her name was Justine Hayes, and her dad name was Dan Hayes, and her daddy would like to talk to me. And she gave me, she sent me his telephone number, and I ended up calling him. But first I was like, well, why her dad want to talk to me? I didn't know what was going on. Why her daddy want to talk to me? What did he talk to me for? So I ended up calling him. And I told him who I was. And he said, Lenita. I say, huh? He said, this is your brother, Pranell. I say, huh? I was shocked. I say, huh? He said, this is your brother, Pranell. He said, we've been looking for you for a long time. And he said that we are all here. Your sisters, we all here. And we know we talked a little bit and everything. And he said, I call you back. So he ended up calling everybody. And then they all called back on a 3-way, 4-way, or whatever. And I talked to them, all of them on the phone. And we were just, he said, this is my sister, because it sounded like her. And it was me, and it was them, and I knew their name. I knew all of them names. I might didn't know the last name, but I knew all of them first name.
Right.
And then when they told me that, I said, well, what is y'all name? What is y'all first name? Because I knew the first name. And I say, I was saying to myself, now, if they first name is what I know, then that's them. And when they told me their first name, I said, that's them.
Wow.
That's them.
That had to be a joyous feeling, just all that searching. And then did you feel overwhelmed? Like just being able to talk to them all at once, like it's all happening?
I know, all at once. I didn't know what to say. I was just so nervous. I was so nervous. Wow. But it was just so nice to hear their voice.
Yeah, I think when we met, I want to say, did you say your dad ended up being right here in Tampa?
Yes. I didn't know that until I found my mom them. And then when they came here, my mom told me that my dad is still alive. And he stayed right here in Tampa. I say, huh? He said he stayed right over there in Tampa. I say, all these years he stay in Tampa? She said, yes, he is Tampa.
Wow.
Yes.
And he was just so close, but
just so
far
close
at the same time.
Yes.
I remember when we met, and I was just telling you how lucky you was, because you think about a lot of people that get kidnapped for whatever reason, that don't even live, they get hurt.
Yes.
Then the parents, been probably passed away.
Yes.
And even though it was a hardship, it's like you still was blessed as in to be able to, get those connections, to get rid of that feeling that you lost that could have really been gone forever, because not having that opportunity to be able to link up with them again.
Right. Right.
I mean, we was talking today, just people, I don't know, people just got all kind of little problems. Like, I don't even know why you would take somebody's kid, and then on top of that, don't even keep them with you, which, that was maybe a blessing that you didn't, because reading in this book, it seemed like she must have came back home and you got in trouble and everything. And then, I think you read that you went to church, you was trying to cover up your arms and stuff from getting in trouble.
It was so hot.
Yeah, I'm like, when did she come back in town just to be, like how long was she there from reading? It's like, did she just pop in during that period and then pop out again, or, so before you got on here, I was just reading something, and it was talking about patterns. You know, how sometimes you get to doing kind of the same thing. And in here it was saying, before I fully recognize, um, before I fully realized with what I believe I was becoming in this world, the familiar pattern of reestablishing unhealthy relationships came knocking at my door again. And as I caught up with me from in Fort Myers, you know, and it was just going on about how the person like apologized, and you know, I didn't get all the way to the bottom, but like I said, I was just reading that part, but it made me think about some of the parts I had already read.
Uh-huh.
It felt like you always some way want to be in love, but this just not finding the right people or something. Kind of tell me,
Right.
what was you going through with that, you know, with you know, these relationships, because it seemed like it was some type of pattern that was going on.
Right. Yeah, the relationship that I had with people, it just, I don't know, is, you know, it just wasn't good.
Mhm.
You know, I tried, but they just couldn't do right.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
I just tried to find someone, because, you know, when I lost my family, I'm just trying to find somebody to love me, love me.
right, right,
That's what I was doing.
right.
You know, they say they love me and they want to marry me and all this stuff. You know, okay, fine. But then you do that, and then it doesn't work.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, it felt like when I was reading it, because when you read the book, you kind of become really connected, as in you felt like you was there. Like it wasn't just reading something. It was like it made it pretty much come alive. And that's why I felt like, you know what, I need to interview her before. I hadn't even read the whole book yet. I said, I'm just need to jump on in there, you know. But you could tell how you wanted those relationships and you wanted to be loved, but at the same time, I think you were still aware of your surroundings, and you was aware of how far to fall into different relationships, that you knew how
Yes.
to, I felt like you was in that survival mode of,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of like you knew, even though it would have been easy, because a lot of women do today, you know, they stay in things that, you know, as far as to be taken care of, or they be in abusive relationships because they don't know
Yes.
the way out, or they don't think they can actually make it on their own. But you
Mhm.
kind of tell you didn't like stop with that, even though you might not knew what was in being your path from the direction you was going to go, but you knew that you had to go those directions and get out of those
Right.
situations. And, you know, I kind of felt like maybe it's because of what had happened to you that you kind of built that up, that strength up. So that was like a strength that you built up
Mhm.
from what had happened, to not let it
Right.
happen, you know, again. And I think, oh, I was getting ready to the one part when you got to the, I don't know if you had went to a cookout, you get ready to do a cookout, and I don't know if it was at the beach or something, and then you get back, you went to Winn-Dixie to the store, and you come back, I don't know if it was Sherry or whoever, and the boys wasn't there. So I think
Yes.
when you clicked on, I was
Yeah.
just into that part. So I was thinking, uh-oh, she fixing to think these kids gone. So what was you thinking at that time?
Well, when we got to the beach, to the beach part, you know, my kids, they was riding with someone else on top of in the back of the truck.
Mhm.
And when they got to the beach, you know, they all got out, and you know, they all ran in the water. So when we got there, my Sharon, I knew her when I was little on this camp,
Okay,
that we was on this camp, a season's camp.
okay.
And that's how I knew her. So, you know, we always gonna say we sisters, we always gonna be sisters.
Mhm.
So when we got to the beach, she had forgot something.
Mhm.
Had to go to Winn-Dixie to get some silverware stuff to turn the meat and stuff with.
Okay.
So I told her before I left, I said, but make sure you watch my kids while I'm gone.
Mhm.
She said, okay, she was gonna watch them. So me and her daughter, we went to Winn-Dixie. So when the Winn-Dixie came back, and then when I got back, I know I started having this feeling.
Mhm.
And when I looked down at the beach to see, see my kid was there, all I saw was one. That was the baby boy, and that was Dante.
Okay.
He was like running back and forth on the edge of the water because he don't know how to swim, so he's not going in the water.
Okay.
So he was running back and forth. And I didn't see the other one, my oldest one, Dominique. And so I ran down there, asked everybody that was in the water, y'all seen Dominique? And everybody was like, he got out the water.
Oh, okay.
They said he got out the water. I said, well, I haven't seen him out the water. So everybody got out the water and they all searched, calling his name and this and that. And I was telling everybody, I say, he's in that water. He never did get out this water. He is there in the water. They was like, no, he's not in the water. He got out the water. And then this guy, he was a white guy. I don't know how he knew, but he went into that water. And then when he came out with my son in his arm.
Had he passed out?
My son?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
He was in the water like an hour.
An hour?
He was in that water like an hour. Because everybody was just looking for him and searching around and calling him. And I kept telling everybody that he's in that water. But when nobody listened to me, they just kept searching for him. And that's when the guy went in there. And when he went in there, he brought him out the water. He had him in his arm. He brought him out the water, got him on the beach. They did CPR on him. They did everything to bring him back. But he started bleeding out his nose and his mouth and stuff. And that time I already knew he was gone. Because nobody can stay in the water no hours, especially a child.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know he passed away.
Yeah, he died in 2000.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So they ended up calling the ambulance. The ambulance came and they got him and took him to the hospital. Me and Sharon, we following behind the ambulance. And then they ended up stopping for a minute or two. And then they just got back on the road, went to the hospital. The doctor came out and they said that he passed away.
Oh, wow.
Which I already knew he had passed away because he was in that water too long. An hour up under that water. I know he wasn't gonna make it.
Wow. Is that in this book?
Yes.
Did you put it? Okay, so I didn't make it to that part yet. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that must be when I was telling you that because you must be getting ready to talk about all that after the Winn-Dixie and all that part.
Yes.
Yeah, so I didn't make it to that part yet, but I'm sorry that happened to you. Because you have like 3 boys all together?
I had 2 boys.
2 boys. Okay.
2 boys.
Okay. Okay, because I know when I started doing your hair, you had a son. And
that was Dante. That was the baby boy.
Oh, that was the baby boy. Okay.
That was the baby boy.
Okay. But the oldest one had passed in 2000.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And then the baby boy passed away a couple years ago, didn't he?
Yes, he passed away a year and 4 months.
Okay.
He passed away for kidney failure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you were saying, when all that was going on. When you have been through a road, I mean, you've been through a lot of hardship, you're still standing. You brought out this book so people can know and people could also be aware of, things in their lives that could happen to them. It could happen, if it happened to you, it could happen to somebody else.
Right.
And just as easy as you were saying that it was like the work was everybody would go like pick fruit and stuff, or what was they doing?
Yes, they went to pick fruits like I don't know, like I guess strawberries, and because it's on the ground.
Right.
So I
right.
think it was strawberries and apples and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
fruits like that.
Mm-hmm. And I remember being little, when I used to, well, my family, we started off in Panama City. But my mom and my father's parents was here in Plant City. And when we would come down in the summer times, I used to go with my grandma, them, they used to load up in these bus or,
Yes,
places.
yes, that's what it was. Load up in the
And we
bus.
have so much fun, but as a kid, it was funny. Like you climb all these trees and
Yeah,
they'll give you a little bit of change, because but you don't know nothing about no money. And, it was fun. Like when I see a tree today, it's like, I'm not climbing that, and even though you're bigger, but you were little, you would just be all up just to the top of the tree, like nothing.
right.
It was fun, being a kid. So I'm sure, was that like a fun time for you, or did you actually work when you went out there to those places?
It was I worked it and it was fun because I was out there with my sisters and brothers and out there having fun together, in the all these little houses, everybody standing in these little bit of houses and stuff, and they have this big old building in the middle of the houses, and they had like a pool table and a jukebox, and we used to go in there and play the music and play pool and just have fun like kids does.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is what I meant, as a kid, you see things through child's eyes. So you never would know none of this was going to happen, to you. And I'm just so thankful that, you made it through and you're able to tell people your story, and being that you wrote the book, and I still got to read it because the last time I got on the little patio, had my little cocoa out there.
Yes, that's okay.
I'm going to read my little book. And, I was reading, it was like, okay, what has happened? What's going on? And like you get started and you don't want to stop, but in your mind, now when I start reading downhill, it's time for me to, okay, it's time to close it for right now and start over fresh. Because
right.
By the time I get to, I'm already tired. But even though I was tired, you want to kind of like keep going and everything. So, I really been sharing the book with other people and telling them that they can go on the Amazon and they can purchase the book, A Journey Back Home, Lenita Jane. And this is how the book looks. Let me see if I can get it on here.
There you go.
This is how the book looks. So, I want you guys to really support Lenita, and I'm so thankful that you got a chance to come over here and talk with us. And is there any closing thing that you would want people to know, or that you want to say?
All I want to say is I thank everybody for coming on, and I just want to let y'all know, if you have someone out there and they lost or someone done stole them, please do not give up, because they are out there somewhere.
Yes. And you think about, there's so many thoughts that go through my mind with that, like I said, you being lucky to even made it this far, because it's a lot of strange people out there and they do things for all types of reasons. And and we just don't know what's going to be. But, I think you got to have a good outlook as an adult now. With being able to share your story, you might meet other people that, you could comfort, that been in that same situation, but wasn't as lucky as you.
Right.
Some people, maybe kids could still be out there. And I think that's, the book and maybe meeting you could give them hope that it's not too late. Because
right.
It was like years, a lot of years went by before you actually found them, compared to how old you are now and versus that you was 5 or 6 then, and you only met, found everybody 4 years ago. So it gives people hope that it's not too late, and it could be something that, that could bless them by knowing that you still was able to meet it. And maybe they need to also, I noticed that you said that you went on the Ancestry, what was it?
Ancestry.com.
So maybe they could think to go on Ancestry.com.
Yes.
All little researches. I know with my mom, she got a whole side of family that she don't know, just as far as, how people have family, and you sometimes you just know the intermediate family, but you don't really know the whole thing. I think she want to go on there just to find people that she never got to meet. So
Right.
so
Yeah.
and so that's
Yes.
I'm glad that they have that service out there.
Yes, that's good. It's a good service. Yes, it's a good service. All they do is take your DNA.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Your
Did
DNA will get everything.
so you have to send a blood sample in to them?
Yes, I had to send a sample in. They sent me a kit. I had to swipe and send it back. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And right now today, I still get cousins from everywhere. Look like it.
Okay. All right. So you still meeting people?
I'm still getting cousins and stuff. Second cousin, third cousin. But
So
now
when is
I'm really trying to find the family on my dad's side.
Oh, okay. Now,
Because my dad had 10 children.
okay, okay.
And I met 3 of them.
Okay.
One stay in Plant City. One of the boys stay in Plant City. And the other one one stay in Lakeland.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then the other one stay in Madison.
Okay.
And that's on my dad's side. So I got 3 brothers there.
Well, they probably know where the rest of the family is, right? The brothers?
Well, they tell me they don't know.
Okay, so they got to do their own ancestral too, right?
Yeah, they have to do their own, right.
Yeah. But you know what? That's a part of your journey. So at least that's more of a positive.
Yes.
That you be able to get on there and, search at your own leisure and find the people. And now that you're not lost anymore, that's a great accomplishment. And now, to be able to take all that love in, have family and everything, and then know that you can have opportunity to get with them now with the touch of a phone call or anything.
Yes.
It's like a phone call away, and then a
yes.
drive away. And I remember one part of the story, I know we're getting ready to wrap up a little bit, but one part of the story, I know you was really searching, and you took off in this car that you knew maybe not making it in. I was like, oh my God, our heart got to be broke because the car broke down and you had to go back home and leave the car.
Go back. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness. But you know what? It's always said at the right things are happening at the right time. But
yes.
Don't think that's in our time. But I'm just thankful that you did, eventually it did work out. You still was in your good health that you can get around and be able to do things, to get with people. So it's a lot of blessings. It was a lot of hardship and terrible times, but it's a lot of blessings came out of that,
Yes, definitely.
Different, so much
different. Definitely. And I'm glad I was glad to see my mom and spend time with her and my dad before they left this world. I spent 3 years with both of them.
Oh, so they both passed away?
They both passed away.
Okay, so I'm sure it's in the book. So I got to get on down into those pages. But yeah, I didn't know that they was in there. But that's a part of interviewing you before I finished reading. I just had an interview from where I was. So I know it's more stuff I'm gonna learn.
Oh, yes.
This book and everything. You might have to get on here and do a second interview and say, oh my goodness, this went on. So thank you so much for taking time just to interview with me. I don't know if I'm your first interview, but I'm sure, I'll be in there somewhere and have to, catch up with you again and, just really keep you going, just to see your progress and see your joy and see how you're helping people and, people looking up to you and asking you questions about the book. And, it's such an inspiration. It is such an inspiration just to see the hope, because it gives people hope.
Yes, that's right. That's why I wrote the book, to give people hope.
Yes.
Don't give up. Keep searching.
Yes, keep on searching.
Because I've been searching for 49 years.
Oh, it's 49 years. Wow, that's awesome. I mean, not awesome that you had to search that long, but to make it to 49 years of searching and then have some great results.
It has some great results, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot to be thankful for. Well, Miss Lady, thank you so much for taking time to speak with me this evening. And guys, I was just want to say thank you all for being here on the Sisters Trust. Please share Lenita's story with other people. Please go on Amazon and pick up her book and everything. It is an easy read, but it's something that when you read, you don't want to put it down because there's so much in there and you really will feel like you was a part of it. You know, so I want to say thank you guys again. And I hope you all have a great evening. Thank you, Lenita.
Thank you too. You have a great day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.